Hello, just give me a few seconds. I'm just setting up the chat. It should be online like in a few minutes. Okay, so we are live. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a terrific week, and thank you for being here tonight, or today, or this morning, or whatever you like. I'll just continue what I was doing like the last time, but I guess it's just like a little bit laggy. Okay. So basically, I will split parts, some of the parts in individual, parts, and then clean them up from the sketch. But for some reason, it seems like to be, I don't know if it's because it's lagging or. Oh wait, that's why. Yeah, sometimes like it creates like another mesh and hide the rest. So hello. For the most of you, is it like your first time stream with me, or you're regulars? Because I see like familiar names, but like new names as well. So welcome. So yeah, just if I do a quick recap of my my technique is like I just mask out the parts that I want to clean up. Let's just say like for this case, it's just gonna zoom out a little bit. See, it's like it got like some kind of rib cage, like on my armor, and just see like I'm gonna finish this one, but afterwards like maybe we can go with those since they look cool. And yeah, basically, how do we go from there to a clean mesh? And there's many ways like to go around. I mean, I got mine, and I know that there's like other ways like to do like retopo in ZBrush, but that's the thing. Like I'm the kind of guy that I don't know. I like trying new things, and the retopology is like it's fine, but for me, I kind of struggle with it, and I do like most of my retopo in Max. But now, since a few weeks back, like I said in the last stream, I'm trying this new approach at work, and it's definitely something super efficient. So that's why I like to share with you. So let me know what you think of that technique, or if you use it at all, or find new ways to make it even better. So let's just say like we go with this. Then, you know, like once again, like I want to say like all my UI is like pretty much custom. I use like both sides, like even this, you know, stroke, brush, and you know, once again, I think it's something that depending on your experience with the software, I don't think it's something it's like a must. It's like it really builds up like over time by you know, depending on which kind of habits you have like working. So yeah, like the options that I know that I was like going back quite often, I would just like tear them apart from the menu and then just put it somewhere where I could see it. So yeah, the main goal is like for this is to get rid of all those, you know, shards if you like, and I just want to have like a straight poly loop. So sometimes I'll just do like a zero mesh at this level, but this level seems to be quite dense, so it doesn't remove like quite a bit of it. So in that case, because yeah, the main idea is like to have a low polygon, because low polygon mesh are like for our surface, it's always like a lot easier to manipulate without having like those waves into them, you know, because the more points, the more difficult it becomes to have something straight. And then with creases, we'll just have something clean, but at least it's easier to manipulate. And that's another reason why right now it's like an open face, and I'm really not in a rush to actually do a shell, or if you like a panel loop, just because when you smooth it out, it doesn't move the sides. So yeah, for the guys who actually follow me, I apologize if I'm just saying the stuff that you already know, but I just want to be sure like everybody's following up all along. So another small trick, you'll do an auto group and then delete it in this first portion of the stream. If I think about something new, of course I will say it, but it might be something that you're familiar with. It's just like I'm gonna try it in different scenarios. And one of the things that I'd like to show you tonight would be how do I combine, once they're clean, how do I combine overlap meshes, or yeah, stuff that goes over. So because the whole point of this stream is to get this printed, so for game and movies it might not be a big deal to have like meshes that go through each other, but for printing, yeah, you need like everything to be watertight. So but at the same time, if you do it like for game or movies, I think that's perfectly fine as well. I mean, I think the rigging guys will just like you more. So I'll try to find like a great value to zero mesh this. See, like now it's starting to be better. Sometimes I'll just remesh with the same value a few times, and see, like it's kind of cleans up yeah, the troublesome areas, I will move them back up until I get something more decent. So yeah, I'm just like keeping a quick eye on the chat. Sorry if I can barely keep up with everything that you're saying. Okay, yeah, you know, like I'm reading what Samuel 2213 is actually saying. Like he's saying that he's not like joining Pixologic stream often because of the time zones, and that's in a way like exactly why I got like my own channel as well. I stream in the morning usually, but like just for the week evenings, like I'm streaming on Pixologic websites. So at least, you know, and I'm still working on the same model. So if you missed out like some of the questions and everything, you can always like swing by in the morning. And right now, yeah, I've been like quite busy, so my morning stream has not been like super often, but I restarted this morning, so I'm hoping like to increase the rates just like before the holidays. And if not, then if you can't make it out, then you see like at the bottom of my of the stream, like there's my name on YouTube. Basically, that's where it archives my own stream, Twitch streaming. Wow, okay, that was like a mouthful. But yeah, so maybe, you know, if you wanted to see like what happened during the rest of the week, yeah, you could catch up over there. So I'm just like trying to get something as clean as I can. It doesn't need like to be perfect, because sometimes, like, you know, stuff like this, like shapes are so strange that ZBrush will try its best. But yeah, I'll go back. One of the things that I'm gonna do is just I'll just put it slightly over the mesh, so now I can see like underneath, because when they're like over each other, it's I find it like harder to and since it's a sketch that I did like underneath, it's not like perfectly accurate, you know, like I was like almost like drawing a real sketch like on pen and paper. It's just I'm trying to show the intention, but after that, you know, I fix it up with the you know, what I need to do. So hey, greetings from Bolivia. Oh, that's awesome. You know what, I think like one time, like you know, in the past, I think it's probably like in what, like 2008 or something, or maybe like 2010, I actually did like a class for Bolivian. Is that how you call you know, yourselves? But Bolivian, sorry about that, students. My friend's French accent just when it came out, and it seemed like I'm a little bit tired of my I guess my day, so my English always takes it right in the face. So yeah, don't be shy, guys. I always love to know in which part of the world you are watching this. So it's I find it like super interesting. Well, amazing in a way. Like I think it's the first time in history that you could reach out so many people live and showing what you do at the same time. I think we're living in an amazing time. So let's just say like I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna do a small flattened pass just to even out everything. If it's not perfect, it's not a big deal. I can go back later, and I think we'll go with this. It was like going slightly underneath, so. And now I'm gonna go back in solo mode. Go to the fun part, edge loop. Once again, I won't keep my loops. That's one of the things, like right now, since I'm actually doing like a hard surface thing, it's I'll only keep like one loop. But like you know, this afternoon I was like doing leather belts or leather straps and stuff like that, and usually I feel like those straps are like even if I know that they're like cut with a knife, I kind of like sometimes like to give it like a more rounder kind of sides. So usually I'll put like one or two loops, but once again that can be added with the ZModeler afterwards, as long as you stay in subdivision level 1. So not thick enough, maybe too thick. And now I'm gonna bring back my mesh just to see if actually it goes like through it enough. Oui, oui, ça va très bien for my French guys who are actually asking how I'm doing. I know that someone requested at some point if I would do like a French stream, but yeah, maybe perhaps like I'll do that one time, but yeah, I just like to be able to reach as many people as I can, so usually it's not like something that I'm like in a hurry to do. So okay, so we did that, and one of the great things once again is like we got a poly group per sides, so after that we can definitely take advantage of that. I just saw this and I'm just gonna fix it right now. Okay, and then we go to creases. Usually, like depending on how hard you want the creases, I'll go. Usually it's like between 2 or 3. I rarely go like over that. Maybe 4 or 5 depending on what I need. But yeah, 4 or 5, that's pretty rare. And I'll crease by poly group. Before I used like the C tolerance quite a bit, but because C tolerance works by the angle of the polygons, and yeah, depending on which angle you put, like you will actually put automatically like creases. For here, like we're good with this, but now the reason why I don't use it, it's just like I feel like the ZModeler brush is so efficient at putting creases around that I'm gonna use that. And yeah, once again, like those brushes, they can be found over here. Yeah, I know I got like a little bit of too much brushes, but yeah, ZModeler right over here. So I'll right click on the edge and then creases, edge. Yeah, I rather like the edge loop partial rather than complete, because partial seems to be restrained by the angle of faces or the poly group. But yeah, in that case, since it's 4 corners, I'm just gonna go edge. So while I'll do that, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Australia, wow. Indonesia, oh. On a Z plugin, I think so. I think yeah. Someone asked like if we can put like a hotkey on a Z plugin. I mean, as long as it's a button, I think we can just go in and assign it. I think it's from what we actually spoke the last time. I think you need like to go back to config, enable, customize, and then you press Control Alt. And you click on the button, and then it will ask you which key you want to input, and yeah, it should work out. Yeah, for some reason it did like kind of a messy job in that corner, so I'm just gonna, not that we're gonna see it like a lot, but I don't know, it was bugging me. That's the thing, like I guess it's like work habits, I work when I see something that it's off, I'd rather like fix it right away, even if it's not gonna pay off a lot, because I don't want to be baking. And yeah, by the way, that's the thing, like by day I'm a senior character artist at Ubisoft working on video games, so, and yeah, and like by night when I change it to a Batman, I'm a 3D printed sculptures, collectible, whatever you like to call it. But I just like the character and poses. So okay, so did we do all the? I think so, and if not, we'll go back and fix it. Okay, I think we're good. So we're at level 3. I'll subdivide a few times, and it's still pretty sharp. If I go back, I'll remove the, it's still like pretty sharp. I'm gonna undo it, and the reason is like I undo it instead of deleting, just because sometimes it shifts my polygons, because I got the smooth on. Okay, so we'll try to slightly better. And of course at this point, like if there's like still like stuff that I don't like, I mean there's no reason why I can't sculpt it a little bit more. At least like right now I'm working on a clean mesh, so but yeah, I would still be like cautious about that part, because you don't wanna mess up the result. So let's just say we'll go with that. That's one to go. Okay, so those guys, and they're quite messy too, eh? I mean, that's why like sometimes like it would be tempting to, well, you know, you can always clean them up, but I mean like to go back like with the smooth and to smooth it out, and then go back with the dam sander or something like on the edges or like the creases like this, you know, and then just on the edge like a, you know, when I'm sketching, I often do that just to be easier to understand what I'm trying to achieve. But yeah, when I'm not sketching, I'd rather like not do that. For some reason I didn't like the fact that it was like perfectly like a straight line, so I'm just gonna modify it quite a bit. And that's basically what I like about going in with just a clay tube and then sketching like this. I'm not constrained by anything basically. It's just I just go and I sketch, and I don't care if it's messy or not, you know. So I can, because like once again the main idea is like it's to sketch without having like any stress, or how can I say that? It's like the basically it's worthless. We'll say it like that, like this. Like my old sketch is worthless, so I don't mind changing it and modifying, and even if it's messy, because sometimes like you do a detail and you're just like, oh no, I'm gonna mess it up if I change it and all. I rather like iterate it as much as I can with the mesh and still in a rough shape, and then from there, you know, achieve something that might be like cooler, and not just keep it and kind of roll with it, even if I'm not like 100% happy with. So okay, so just gonna slightly, just for me, for my mask, like to know where to stop. Okay. And once again, I'll go over this one, but I won't retopo this. This will be done afterwards, and then combine with a Boolean. And I'm gonna keep it, because even if it's underneath, I want it like to feel like another layer. So another reason why I do this way is just like right now, like it fits well like that, but I don't know, at some point like I might say, oh, I want to reuse that part that I made, but oh no, I only did like that zigzag going under and then did not do the complete part. But the reason why I want to use it, maybe it's like to do like a wing or something, I need like a complete part, so it would be already done. So let's go back to extract, put it to 0 smooth, and extract. Then isolate, and not this one, but like the one. Oh, did I do I think I forgot to say accept. I'm just gonna remove that mask too. Extract, accept, yeah. And then for some reason there's always like the, I don't know if it's the T border, thin border. I don't know why it always creates that, but that's not an issue. We'll just do like a group mask, and then when we go to polygroups, isolate it, delete it, and then just like quickly play around, go back to But yeah, that's pretty much it. Any games that I've played recently? Did I play? Oh, I think the last game that I played, and it was like during the holidays, was the Resident Evil 7 with the VR element. I just wanted to try VR, and yeah, it felt like that game was like awesome. Well, you know, like we rented like a chalet with some friends like a few months before that, and one of them brought like Batman Arkham VR, and even if it's a really short game, I was like quite impressed by the. I never, you know, I'm a game dev, but you know, I never actually tried it before, so I was quite happy to try it out. But yeah, outside of that, it's like yeah, there's still like mini games on my list that I want to check out, and man, it's yeah, I'm struggling to find like the time to do that. But yeah, I'm still like late on the old Uncharted 4 with the DLC, so. And right now there's you know, the God of War coming up, which look amazing. My girlfriend is she's a big fan of the franchise, so she's poking me to get it. But yeah, once we have some time, I guess we'll try it out once it's released. I think it's releasing this month, but yeah, we'll see. That's the thing. Like I don't know. Like when I was younger, I was like a huge gamer. But I feel like the more I'm getting older, the less I play. Well, I get the feeling, even if the graphics are super good, I don't know if it's me that I'm becoming like too picky, but I don't know. Like for me, like it needs something new, and I feel like you know stuff like shooters and all. It's great, but I don't know. I feel sometimes that I've played like way too much of those, and now it's harder to get like into them and finish the game. I'd rather go like stuff like Horizon Dawn, or I think it's adventure game, or you know, Rise of the Tomb Raider. What the hell happened over there? Yeah, I hate that when that happens. It's because like I'm always like punching with the move tool, and it actually goes in. And yeah, usually like I try like to do like a morph target just to bring back that detail, but in that case, since I'm doing so much of the Z remesh, it won't be like it will be pretty much worthless. Another thing that it's cool, like you know, since I'm doing one part like that, but you see like there's many different parts. Of course, since it's actually like it's an exo suit, and yeah, once again, like the reason why we only got like one part is really just to get the stream going faster. I'm actually doing like the whole exo suit. I will yeah, maybe like one of the thing that I could do would be I got like a Facebook group called Art of Giroux, I think, and name is weird, and like I can't even remember my own website. But yeah, maybe I could post like images of the overall progress of the model, since because like every time that I'm streaming, I'm like so in such a close-up mode that we barely see anything. So. Sea of Thieves. That's a pirate game, right? Yeah. I mean, there's so many good games. I mean, it's I barely seen it, but yeah, that's the thing. Like the number of games that I need like to pick and spend some times in it. Since now games are like so good, it's addicting. So Even like stuff like Red Dead Redemption, which I definitely want to try it out once it will come out. I was a big fan of the first Red Dead Redemption, so okay, what's happening? Do I need more polygons? And you can try with the shift. Sometimes it will give you like a different, and sometimes not. I'll just do that. See if this helps. But yeah, like the games that I really are still like in my favorites are like stuff like Metal Gear, like maybe not the last one. Like I felt like the story was like kind of a let down, you know. Like actually the game look overall like unfinished compared like to the others. But I mean like stuff like Metal Gear Solid 3 or even 2 or of course the first one. Those were like really good games. And even like another thing was like I was hoping like my friends at Warner Brothers Montreal would actually show something at some point on you know, what they've been up to after, because the last game we got from, you know, that Batman franchise or DC Comics was like Arkham Knight, which I still love it. Like it's really dear to my heart since even like nowadays I think like this game is just gorgeous to look at.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks for the follow. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the thing like I that's the thing like I really want to get into it, but yeah, I would really love to just go ahead and redesign some of the original Metal Gear Solid 1. I mean, those characters, man, they were like so iconic, and even the way they present them, like they all had like their own drama, like so much personality in them. And even like in the years after that, like I felt like the other bosses didn't get as much, you know, featuring. I hope it's not too boring, but yeah, that's one of those parts that if you want a good result, there's no real secret. You need like to do that stuff, even if it's annoying, but it will pay off. I promise. Or even after that, when once you actually get like the whole of this and you do that like quite often, just the fact that you can edit like the topology, and if it follows like perfectly, let's just say like I need like to do like a cavity in there. I'll go with Q mesh, and then yeah, wait, I'll go with polygroups. I'm in edge action. I need to go into face action. Polygroups. I just want to show you quickly like the potential of it. See, like right now I'm creating my polygroups. Let's just say like we'll just go with 2 because there's like 3 on this side, 3 on this side. And then what I could do would be, you know, QMesh, polyloop, polygroup, but I can do polygroup all. And then we'll just try it like this. And then, you know, we can go like this. And then I can start editing my, and once again, like if I got like a straight outline outside, the one inside will be probably exactly as straight or clean as the one outside. So yeah, and from there, like usually it's like and that's I guess that's a trick from games. It's like I never do like 90 degrees like that, because I feel like first of all you lose the detail, and for the games it's for the normal map it reacts better if it got like a slight angle, and I think visually it's even like more interesting. So usually what I'll do would be, and that's once again that's another thing that is cool, if you press shift it will, you know, I think like this one, wait, they say like uh, constant width, like if you look at the edge loop shift, constant width. So yeah, like right now I press shift and I don't know, like it seems like to be not working properly, but if you know, in this case I'll just go with like this. And yeah, usually what I do would be, if I want to make it wider, go to edge, delete, we'll go partial, and oops, here you go. So that's how I actually, if I need more angle, then I'll, you know, I'll put like another loop and go like that, you know. So slowly, like I'm controlling the, and then after that, you know, there's no reason why not to go with creases and then start creasing like inside and outside with the partial loop. And what's even better, you know, since but I know, like, you know, it's nothing new for some, but wait, that'll happen. Oh, we're seeing like a strip underneath. Okay, I'm just gonna delete. It doesn't matter. But yeah, after that you can just do an unwrap. And since I got like polygroups, and let's just say like I want to map, I don't know, I want to do detail at the center over here. Usually what I'll do is like since I did my unwrap, yeah, usually like the packing is not like superb, but you know, that's my strip. So basically what I'll do will be, I'll just go over here. I won't do it because it will slow down the computer and it's gonna be a nightmare, but I'll just press Go Z, go back to max, do a decent packing, or go back to Maya, doesn't matter, and bring it back to over here. And then from there, let's just say like I got a specific pattern in mind. Usually I'll do like an alpha with the pattern in Photoshop, and I will place it exactly on this strip. And then from there you can, and it will be like perfectly crisp, because I know that if you want to emboss a pattern you need like to blur it, but I won't blur it in Photoshop. I will blur it over here with the blur, because this way it's not destructive. You won't break your image. And yeah, once I did that, I will just go back to masking. I know it sucks that I'm like showing you this, you know, like that, and I'm doing it, but at least you'll know like the thought process, or just like the process. And I'll do a mask by alpha, and it will only like mask that region, and then from there you can go to the formation, and usually I put 1 or 2 in inflate, and then boom, you'll see like the pattern come out. So any questions about that? I'll just do like a couple of undos just to go back to. Yeah, you're right, I could do like a slice brush, but that's the thing, like, you know, I'm kind of used to that. But yeah, definitely, I mean, that's a great idea. I can use slice. Always try to do it manually, but yeah, sometimes I forgot. So basically it's just putting like a straight line. Okay, delete editing. And of course, since this is actually more aggressive, I will probably need to go back and place it just like it was before, because now I kind of lost a little bit of my shape. So, but yeah, thanks for the idea. I mean, I never use it quite a bit. Like the main reason, like in this case, it's definitely like a good idea, but yeah, sometimes like I don't use it because my shapes are like way too complex. they don't have like straight lines, or I need like to use the slice curve, and yeah, I just don't really, it's a personal preference, but I just don't like it. I feel like it's hard to control, and yeah, I know that some people are like super efficient with it, but it's just like a preference. So I'll just reading the chat quickly. It's here, yeah. So you guys are working on something tonight? Or, once again, I'm always saying tonight because it's tonight over here, but I don't know in your part of the world if it's the case, but are you guys working on something? Could be like right now on like a personal project or an unannounced game project from a studio. Just kidding. I know that you guys can't speak about that. Okay, so, uh, okay, I just wanna fix this. What the hell is happening? It feels like it's mask. Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks for the follow. Damn, I think the next time I'm gonna be singing. No, just kidding. If I start doing this, then for sure nobody will will want to watch the rest of the video. Yeah, I can. I guess I'm like a little bit tired tonight. I feel like it's been like such a hard week at work. It's because like you guys probably know, there's like a E3 coming in. I think in June, and yeah, in video games, usually the rush starts pretty much right after the holidays. So yeah, and of course like they want to impress and show off, I guess, with the games, and yeah, that's when we add like a lot of content to hopefully impress. Okay, so I'll just stop like fiddling with that, and let's go for 2, and one thing that I think we'll do for this one this will be like I just had like an idea. So since I was like showing earlier the amazing potential of the ZRemesher, and then the ZRemesher, but the ZModeler, yeah, I feel like sorry about that. I'm just gonna remove that, and I'm just gonna try to pull, yeah, lower than that, because I got all that jaggy kind of a edge which annoys me. So I'm just gonna go back. Here you go. So yeah, like I was saying, ZModeler. So there you go. Now we got a nice trim around. So we'll go with creases. I don't mind like not putting some in the front, because we'll have like this other part sitting at the exact same spot. So okay, for this it's and that's one of the you know, I didn't never really spoke about the great thing about like creases instead of going to traditional edge loop or bevels and stuff like that. It's because like for this, what's fun, it's like you like usually with edges you need like to, if I do like you know, 2 other edges next to it to keep like the center sharp, then you'll need like to bring those edges along and then plug them somewhere else, or do like a complete loop, which you know, can take quite a bit of time, and yeah, it's sometimes when you subdivide them, then you got like weird effects. But with this, you know, see, like I go for the, you know, like the corners, but I don't go for the, you know, all around the, you will just like figure this stuff out by itself. So I just want to check the creases. Okay. See, now I got like a nice, it's still like jaggy a little bit, but I think we can live with that. And of course, like at any time, like right now, like I'm doing like I'm extracting my meshes, but I mean at any time, if you rather like model it from scratch and then just insert it, I mean you can. I mean those are like part of the whole process of happy accident, if you like. Like sometimes when I do that, like I'll find like another shape, just like I did on with the trim. Sometimes just by playing with it instead of just modeling it, then you know. But I think once again, it's just like a, you know, what kind of creative approach you prefer. Okay, that was weird. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't get that part, but so what's in the chat? Um, Oh, you got me curious, Samuel. You, from what I understood from the chat, like you actually do like videos online. I should definitely check that out. You got a link where can you post like one of the videos of your YouTube channel or something in the link? And I mean not in the link, but in the chat. So. Okay, so we'll do that slice again because this idea was good and we like good ideas. That's one of the things, I don't know if you remember, but like, you know, the part before it was like round on the edge, so I won't do like a slice for that. I will just do it manually because I love tapping my Wacom. Is it Wacom or Wacom? It's, I guess we'll never know, eh? Okay, let's just say one of the, yeah. While I got you like online with me, one of the thing, like if anyone knows about it, what's up with the, I think it's mesh matchmaker. What's up with that brush? Like, is it only like sticking to like another geometry face? Like that's one of the brush that I discovered like this week, and I'm just like, to be honest, like I didn't like super investigate into it, but it was just like, that seems cool. And because I know that there's like the Z project brush where you can actually project a detail from the other one, but I think like this one sticks only like to the surface of the other one and not projected, which is kind of similar, but I guess not. Yeah, if anyone knows or used it like quite a bit, feel free to talk about it in the chat. Okay, so we'll try with that. And oh no, we can't. Wow, okay. I didn't know. I thought you guys could actually post links in this chat. That's a bummer. Okay, it's like an area projection. Okay. Are you like masking the rest of the... Do you need like to mask the rest of the mesh and then, you know, try that brush on, or... you know, I'm asking you, but I should definitely like try it out. Maybe not like on the stream, but when I get like sometimes I'll investigate that. Okay, and sometimes like if your zero measure is too reluctant to actually do a nice topology, I will use the zero measure guides, but you know, most of the time I try to stay away from it because it gives me like weird result, which seems to be decent. Just one last time for luck. We'll try with shift, more or less. And you know, one thing that we could do, that's another trick. sometimes I do, it's like I'll just delete half of it, and then just I'll just do a copy and then flip it around. I'll try to match it as I can, but like you remember, like since my edges are open, I will be able like to smooth that 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 crack in the middle. So I'll try to bring them as close as I can, just to be sure it's welding the right thing. Okay, and did that work? Not really, yeah. Well, I got another trick. It's always about a trick, yeah. That's why, like I keep, when there's like tutorial or people like that show off how they do stuff, I'm always interested, because I rather have like many tools in my toolbox to come on. You don't want to? Hey. Ah, okay, that's why. I'm just going to go with the mouse. Will be easier than with the pen. Okay, and then not. Okay, and then oh, and now it got an angle. Well, it looks like it got an angle. Okay, let's try with that. So how's everyone in the chat? That's the thing, it's weird, like right now I'm using Restream, and it seems like I don't know, like every 2 minutes, it's like all the questions from Twitch comes in, and then every 2 minutes afterwards all the questions from YouTube comes in. And yeah, for some reason, like we still need like to figure this out, but like questions from Facebook don't go through. So yeah, I had like alternative for it, but unfortunately I didn't have the chance to test them out before the stream, so I apologize. But yeah, we'll try to fix that soon. And once again, like right now, it's like, let's just say I work like in 3 passes. This one is like I do first like the sketch, which I just did before, and yeah, some of the sketch is not finished, like this thing, like it's because the whole concept is like she's a poisonous kind of a exoskeleton kind of character, and I like to do like some kind of really cool boss for a fictive game. And basically, since well, her name is Toxin, and since she's inject like a venom and stuff like that, she would get like those exhaust kind of pipes like under her breast. That would be like you know, like all the vapors from the poison would actually get out of that. So I'll definitely like design that later. But yeah, sometimes with the sketch, like I jump around. When I get an idea, I sketch it, and when I don't, I just go and start doing retopo, because sometimes it's by looking at something else or doing something else, it will you know, the ideas might pop in my head, and I'll be able to go back and design it. So I will choose to my creases. In this case, it won't be like something super complicated. So the part I kept talking about but I didn't show was the Boolean part, which I'm gonna do in a second. I just wanted to keep some of the saving project file. So any question? One quick question, like why are we switching from OBS? I'm still using OBS right now. It's only like the main issue is like when you stream across many platforms, you just want to have like some kind of uniform. Well, first, like when I press the restream stream button through OBS, it's just like channels through different websites like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And what's cool about Restream is like, and you know, I'm not sponsored by Restream by any means, but I mean like what's cool about them is like they got this chat where all the comments from the different platforms all are sent out all at the same in the same chat window that I got right here in my second monitor. So yeah, so I can keep up with all the chats all around. So thank you for that follow. But yeah, now that I'm good, I'll just do I go with this start, and yeah, usually like I'll do like another start over here because it kind of blocks which one I'm gonna be affecting. So like this one will be merged with this one, and of course over here you got like we'll go into live Boolean, and you got the different Maybe I should just switch it up just to understand better. So I'll do this, and then live is on. Then wait, not so low. I'll just, there you go. So now, yeah, I got the choice. Like this is a combine, this is a divide, and this is, you know, they will only keep the part intersecting in the middle. So for our case, it's like combine. And what's cool about doing a Boolean in there compares to, damn, I really don't like that. It's too, yeah. Sorry, I'm probably like being OCD about it. But yeah, once you're happy with it, you just go to Boolean and make Boolean mesh. As simple as that. Of course, right now, like I didn't put in like the subdivisions to maximum, but yeah, here you go. Like now we got our mesh. Oops, we got our mesh. It did like some kind of a, I guess, messy, you know, messy topology, just because the mesh I'm merging with is super low res compared to this one. So, but you know, we'll just retry that. It might take a little bit longer, but at least I'll have some time to read the chat, so, and answer some of your questions if there's any. Okay, so let's try it again, make Boolean. And yeah, the cool part is like it's not destructive, it's non-destructive. So you see like my two separate meshes are still there. And what he did is just like over there, he created like a new mesh with, you know, a lot more nicer topology. It's still messy, but I mean like for printing, it's good enough. And yeah, that's pretty much my my mesh. So what I can do is like go back over here, append this one. So now if I go back to, just need to find my body. Now it's like one, it's now one mesh. So yeah, and yeah, like I was mentioning just before, like usually that's like, you know, my second pass is like cleaning up the meshes, and then after that I will do like a final kind of detailing, kind of a, if I put scratches, if I put like small alpha detail, if I need like to put some creases back, like depending, like I'll see it as a whole, and it will be like a lot more easier to evaluate, like you know, how it looks, and if I still like it. So now that we did that, one of the things that I never tried, and I don't think that will work out, is like the reconstruct. No, would have been cool, because now like one of the main issue if I go like this would be like you know, if I try to manipulate the, wait, I'm just gonna, let's just select this one, because you see like underneath it's a lot smaller, and if even if I actually smooth the mask and I try like to do like some kind of a move and then shrink it, you know, like it kind of, you know, deform all my mesh, which is that's not a right solution. So in that case, like for this, since the purpose is that like is to reuse the same part like for those three parts and just overlap them, I will not use this one. I will go back to this one and this one. I will just hide it just in case we can see it, and I will try to match the same number of subdivisions. So if you look at this one, you got like 5 subdivisions, and this one got 4. So I'll increase it just to one more, and then I'll just do merge. What you that I know that in this case, I think I did some UVs earlier, but yeah, I never take any chances, because sometimes I got like meshes from that's been made already, or meshes are like from Maya or Max, and they already got UV, and if you don't check that in, then you will kill your UV. So just in case I might need it later, I will always press it down. So then I'll do a merge down. Okay. So now both of them are like combined into the same subtool, and I'm still having my. So now it would be like a lot more easier if I just do like a duplicate. And of course, like I was showing like the Boolean combine. We'll still need like to combine them just to be sure we got like a watertight mesh. I don't think it's 100% necessity to do it, but I like to be as sure as I can, and I'll just leave it on so I can see it. So let's just say. So one thing that I can do now is go back to lower. I can even hide this. I just need mask it, invert the mask. And then I can it will still deform a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Another thing could be like for this case I don't mind, because the four of them might not be like exactly identical, but if you really want to go like that way, we can try it out. And by the way, that's not something I did. That's one of the things that I kind of enjoy, like on live streaming and all. Like, it's by trying to explain something, I think about like new stuff and I just test it out. So I might be a fool, and so once again, like, I don't mind. Like it might shift a little bit, and since I can do like any undo, whatever. So I'm deleting the higher subdivisions, and once again, I'm not really worried about deleting the higher subdivisions, because I still got my creases on. So as soon as I will subdivide back, I will everything should be like pretty much came back as if it was before. So okay, so we'll restart that. And then instead of doing this, I'll just do that. So yeah. So at least by doing this, I'm keeping the same. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason, if you really like it, like the loops, you could always like go back and add them back. And I think I can specify the number of loops. Can I? Okay. And yeah, it might not be like on the same poly group, so we'll fix that as well. Sorry if it's boring, but at least you'll know if you need to do it at some point, you'll know what to do or how to do it, if it wasn't already the case. That poly loop, just I think it's inner. That's the thing, like with the names, like sometimes I struggle, even myself, to find the right one. Flat inner. Come on, front. I'll know like with a way that I know, so that works well. So, and then once again, you know, you shouldn't be scared of going with what feels the most natural. And even if I do this like this way, then you should just do it like the way you prefer it. That will build up like efficiency, and the less you need to think about the process, and the more you're just thinking about being creative, I think the better it is. There you go. It's all back. Then maybe I can just do like a little polish. And then if I bring back my subdivision, since my creases are still on. But yeah, maybe like one of the things that I should have done was just to put some creases before there. I don't know why I'm always looking at the top for the ZModeler. Oh, seems the chat went silent. Oh, wait. Or maybe not. it seems like my chat app can barely keep up with you guys. I hope I'm not missing too much. But yeah, one thing that we could do, like you know, tell me guys if it actually makes sense, but one thing that we could do is like because all that chat is actually being, I guess, not recorded, but like part of the, as long as I keep my chat open, I will still see all the comments even after the stream is finished. So if there's like questions that were not answered, or you really wanted an answer from me, then I could always like take some notes, and the next time we stream, vote me back, or I'll just start the stream with it. So yeah, maybe if I answer the questions right when I start the stream, then you guys, if you rewatch the stream, not live, you can have some of the answers answered. And if it's at the start of the stream, then you won't waste your time looking at the rest of the streams if you don't feel like it. Does that sound good? Or some of the parts like that, I will probably like just do like a cylinder. I won't actually do any of that masking. When it's too cylindrical, I think it's the result are not like crazy cool. So yeah, a lot better. Now it's sharper, you know. Yeah, I prefer that. Okay, so once again, I won't subdivide it already. I think I'll just duplicate those first and place them on, and then after that I will subdivide all those guys together, because many of the functions only work at subdivision 1, like the ZModeler, or just creases, or yeah, all that stuff. So Divide. Okay, I got like one question in the chat, like what the HD divide does for you. I'm just trying to find it back, and but I know what you're talking about. Like I just got like a hard time finding it back, but oh, I think it's like down there. Yeah, over here. I think it's this one you're talking about. You know, like it's been like such a long time since I used it, but before, like the main reason why it was there was just like when you reach like the maximum of subdivisions in your geometry, you could actually go higher with this. But the issue is with that is like, from what I understood, it's like it needs to stay in ZBrush to work. So if you want to export it in, you know, let's just say you want to export it for printing or you want to export it for baking, you couldn't do that, so you were kind of stuck like to live in the ZBrush space, except maybe if you, that's the thing, like I never tested out, but I mean displacement maps works with to create one, like it works with all the subdivisions you got like inside of ZBrush. So I guess if you want to do like a 16-bit or 32-bit displacement map, you could, you know, go HD, but yeah, I mean it's not, I don't think that's a popular feature for ZBrush, just because you're kind of constrained into the, it's almost like the BPR render, you know. There's some cool features, but you need like to, for some of the stuff, you needs to stay in the ZBrush workspace. So yeah, I hope it answers your questions. And yeah, if someone need like to add up on this, feel free to comment in the chat. I'm far from being an expert with that. I'm just an average dude, so, and yeah, I don't work for, I stream for Pixelogic, but I don't work for Pixelogic, so I don't know, like I'm still like learning new stuff in ZBrush, so I'm not the master of ZBrush. Okay, so we'll just bring those loops back. And yeah, that's the cool with like insert multiple, it align with the center automatically. So I'm just, yeah, more or less, you know, adding the same. For this one, I'm going to leave it like this because, you know, as far as I can remember right now, I don't need to have polygroups. The only reason why I would want polygroups is just like to do the UVs, which yeah, for now, like for the sake of time, I will skip that. So yeah, only 5 minutes left. So just before I wrap this up, I just wanted to once again thank you all for being there. I think it's awesome. I mean, like you know, once again, like the purpose of all of this was just because I was doing it like alone in my basement, and yeah, I feel like it's a lot more fun sculpting with cool guys to chat with. So thank you for being there, and yeah, hopefully if you, I hope like you learn like a trick or two, or you at least like enjoy the stream, and definitely I hope to see you around on another stream on the Pixelogic channel or my own channel in the morning. And yeah, and you know, there's like many ways to reach me. You can see at the bottom of the screen like all my social media platforms. So if you got like something to add or poke me up about something specific, usually I'm all ears. Like I said, right now, like since we're like in the rush of ZBrush, not ZBrush, but E3, it might be slower than usual for answers, but yeah, I'll try to do my best. Right now, like one of the things, like since I don't want to destroy my poly groups, because you know you see they're sitting on top of each other, I will because let's just select I want to mask this and shrink it, then I don't know, like sometimes I feel kind of it's annoying, so for this case I'll just split the, so at least like I can edit this one without having like any issues. No, Pixelogic doesn't pay me to stream. I just do it because I enjoy it, that's all. No, I gain absolutely nothing from doing that, except from, you know, like it's cool, you know, I'm part of the streaming gang, and I get to know like the people at Pixelogic and other streamers, but yeah, I do it just for pure fun. I'm just trying to get the I think I'll just add back my my poly loop, because it seems it doesn't it's harder to add to move back the front part. Yeah, I love to sculpt with other basement dwellers as well. I mean, it's yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Lastly, if I don't see you tomorrow morning, I hope you have like a great weekend. And yeah, we'll see each other on the next stream next week. So take care, everybody. Bye bye.